Hello, Mr. Ferrari. This line is an immensely long line. It goes all the way down there, and that's the building up there, and we enter at the other corner, the opposite corner on the other side, so we're pretty much a block away from where the show is. However, the line is moving kind of quickly, so that's good. We are here at the Giltrap Group Supercar Show. Here's the building. There's a McLaren 720S right here, looking very good, very nice in red. McLaren, oh, this is the McLaren GT, isn't it? Yes, very nice. We've got an Aston Martin, DBS, that's right, yes. And a Lamborghini RS. It's a big boy, big boy. Look at this. Look how nice and large, luxurious it is. We also have a Bentley Bentayga here. At least that's what I think it is. It's very cool. Some lovely lady gave us the tip to start from the top because everyone's forgotten about it and have started at the ground down there. Here we have the Aston Martin DB5, which is amazing. We have the 300 SL here. We have the Jaguar XK SS. We have a Ferrari 275 GT4 Lusso, I think. It's a Ferrari F40. This is just crazy to see one of these in person. It's such a nice car. And then in here we have the more modern cars. We have the 2017 Ford GT with its wing up. And it's very nice and black. Oh, there's a Lexus LFA back there. That is a very nice car. Here we have a Mercedes SLR. Here we have the Ferrari Monza SP2. It's roofless and ruthless, which is awesome. Here we have a Ferrari LaFerrari. These are all the hypercars. It's crazy. Here we have the McLaren P1. Is the McLaren P1? It's just so nice. Over here we have the Porsche 918 Spider. It is such a nice looking car, it's amazing. Here we have Porsche Carrera GT, and next to it is a very expensive car. Let me just go around all these people. It's the Koenigsegg Agera S100. It's the 100th Agera, I think, and it uses actual gold in the paint job. This is gold leaf. And it is one of one. It's one car. And next to it is a very, very special car. The record holder for the world's fastest car for about 15 years, the Bugatti Veyron. I didn't even really know that one of these was in New Zealand. Over here we have the heart of racing Aston Martin Vantage. Not sure if this is the actual racing one though. I'm pretty sure it's just like it's just a paint job. Over here we have the Jaguar I-Pace E-Trophy car. This is the championship winner. And then over here we have the Jaguar XE Project 8 with this massive wing. It's a massive wing. Over here we have a Jag F-Pace, and down there is an F-Type. However, I'm staying up on this floor just for now. And because there's more cars over here. I believe this is the Porsche section of the show. Here, I'm not very good with Porsches, by the way. Please do not be offended. They look almost all the same to me, but I know a couple. Here's a Porsche Carrera, the OG. It's very nice and small. It's a 911 Turbo with the old-fashioned grille at the back. I really love that design feature, and the tail light that goes all the way around. Here's another 911. Here's a Porsche. I would know, but I've forgotten. And I love these spoilers. The Porsche spoilers are always the best. It's a something, and it's a turbo. I'm very sorry, everyone. Here's a 911 Turbo S in a very bright-looking, nice yellow. That's awesome. And here is a Taycan, Porsche Taycan. It's a hybrid. No, actually, I'm pretty sure it's fully electric. But here's that. It's probably the newest Porsche. Here we have a 911 Spider. Or is it a 919? It's a something. I'm so bad with Porsches. It's a Porsche Speedster. Okay, it's a Porsche Speedster Spider. And here's the GT2 RS. I know that one. This is a legend around the Nürburgring. And here, somehow, I don't know how it's here, is the 919 Le Mans car. And it is incredible. It won Le Mans in, I'm not sure when, but it's so low to the ground, and there's just so much history in this car. Look at the cockpit, look how small it is. You can't really see it on camera, but it is tiny, and it's just crazy. The back, it's so wide as well. So that's this floor. Now we're going to go to I guess we'll go down now. So yeah, see you there. I rejoin you at the bottom of this ramp with the F-Type and all the Jags on it. Here's the F-Type, the 2021, I believe. Here's another Jag. It's the XJ220, a bit old school, a bit wide and long. And people were disappointed in this car because it only ended up coming out with a V8 or a V6 even, I think. I'm not sure, but people were disappointed in it for whatever reason. Here is kind of the headline of the show, next to the Aston Martin DBX. But in here, it's the McLaren Speedtail. I'll try to get a better angle, but if we come in here next to the 500 LT and the 665 LT, which I believe I got wrong last time. Anyway, here is the McLaren Speedtail in a stunning red color with the disc wheel at the front, and it almost looks like it's a different color at the back to the front. It's a crazy car, and it is $6.7 million, I believe, to own this car. It's so streamlined, and it's got dots on the roof. It's crazy. So this is the headline of the show, the McLaren Speedtail. Here we have a Lamborghini Huracan Evo in green, and there's Mr. Sean from Guild Trap. He's like on the YouTube channel and stuff, so that's cool. And then next to it is the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ in green. It's the Spider. Look at those wheels. Look at that interior. It's crazy. This is such a good looking car. And the wing. The wing is the best wing ever to be put on any car at all. Look at that. It's like a spine. It's crazy. And the back. Oh yes, the back. Those tailpipes. That exhaust is just crazy. There's another Urus. An Urus. We saw one of these outside. And there's another Bentayga, which we also saw outside. Although I think over here is the Bentley Flying Spur, I believe. I think. It's a guess. so I'm sorry if I got it wrong. I think it's the Flying Spur, I'm not sure. It's some, yeah, I think it's Flying Spur. Here's a Land Rover Defender. It's, I don't know why it's at a supercar show, but I believe it could even be the bowler version, which is why it's, I'm not sure, but it's cool and it's probably expensive. And that leads us down to the basement, the first floor of the basement, which we'll be seeing later, but for now we'll go see some Aston Martins that I see over there. Here is another expensive looking Bentley, Flying Spur I believe, I'm not sure. Here's a Continental GT GT3R, which is looking very sporty, even though it's a Bentley and they're heavy. Here we have the new Continental, which is looking great. And here we have a Continental GT Pikes Peak Edition, one of 15, and a very nice, well, nice, it's a unique paint job. And those the tires, I like the tires, but it's quite a large car as well. So that's very cool. It's got 100 on the grill. Over here we have a Bentley 8-litre. Now this is a real big boy, and it's an old boy too. I would say it's just about the biggest car here. It is probably about 5 meters long, and it's just a legend of Bentleys. It's kind of the thing that made Bentley famous. The gear lever on the outside, those huge headlights. It's so cool. And then over here we have more Lamborghinis, except these ones are a bit older, although some are mid. Here we have the absolutely beautiful Lamborghini Miura. This is basically the first supercar, and it is amazing. And it's so pristine, and even now it's timeless. It's really timeless because it still looks beautiful even about 60 years after it was made. Here is a Lamborghini Diablo, which was the next flagship after the Miura. There's a Spider, and next to it we have a Murcielago, which looks very nice. It's a bit newer. Batman drove one, and Liberty Walk makes great body kits for it actually. Here is a Lamborghini Countach, which is just an absolute 80s icon, along with the Testarossa. But it is so, like, this wing, it's a big known fact, this wing does pretty much nothing. It's just there for design. Red Bull gives you wings that don't work. These windows are like race car windows. It's like a DeLorean on steroids. It's crazy, and it's just amazing. It's so angular. It's the perfect essence of Lamborghini. Scissor door alert. So I'll join you now on the next floor. Here is the this is the Land Rover ramp with the Defender, another Defender, the newer Defender, which in my opinion is kind of ugly. But anyway, here it is. And there's a Discovery, which is the Range Rover. No, it's just a Range Rover. It's literally just a Range Rover. Those are expensive. Range Rover is it's a SVR Range Rover. It's got a carbon fiber bonnet. Lovely. Anyway, here, I was not expecting to see this, but it is still an amazing car, and I definitely think it deserves to be at a supercar show. It's an Audi GT. Or is it an Audi? Yeah, it's an Audi GT. And these are great cars. It's such a nice car. It's like it's kind of like the younger brother of the Quattro, the one that raced in rallies. Here's a RS5, looking very smexy. I love these new Audis, the sedans, especially though the wagons, like this RS7. This has got oh, it's just amazing, this thing. the wheels are so big, and the exhausts in the back is just so aggressive. Here's an RS6, which is my favorite because it is a wagon. And for some reason, in my opinion, wagons are just the best looking Audis. They make them so well, and they just look so cool. And here's an RSQ8, the big old SUV that still packs a punch. Still got a V8 like most of the lineup. And behind me is not a V8, it's a V10, and it's an Audi R8. Not exactly the 2017 one, but still cool. I saw a yellow 2017 one on not too long ago as I was arriving here in Auckland. I might put it in the video. Here is the new mid-engine C8 Corvette, and it is looking very cool, very aggressive. It still holds the Stingray kind of theme, but it has it's so different in so many other ways as well. It's got the wing. That wing is not on all C8 Corvettes. I believe this must be some sort of sport package, but it's very cool. And it's the first Corvette ever to have an engine in the middle, which is very hard to see at the moment because it's dark. Anyway, here's another ramp. There seems to be a lot of ramps in this building. Here's a Camaro ZL1. It's very muscly. Here's an HSV Commodore. This is probably, it looks pretty new. I'd say it's the last model they made before Holden died. Rip Holden, am I right? And here is a older HSV Commodore, and in my opinion the best. This is a Group A, I believe. It's looking very cool and very, well, it's just the essence of its time really, isn't it? And here, oh yes, here's the GTR Nismo, the R36, and it is just, well, it's crazy. It's just so aggressive. It's obviously the racing version, the Nismo version of the normal GTR. Look at those exhausts. I could fit my head in there. It's awesome. And here is an R33. I believe it's an R33. Yeah, here's an R33 GTR. It's a very cool one. Quite clean. And here is my dad's favorite car. Shout out to Dad. It's the Honda NSX Type R, the first tame racing car, according to critics. In here we have the race cars, the very exciting race cars. I'm pointing it at the floor because what you're about to see is freaking amazing. We have the Mad Mike Wedette's Lamborghini Huracan drift car. It's been converted to rear-wheel drive. It's called the Nimble, as you see by the number plate. It has got a custom wide body kit by Liberty Walk, and it is got the biggest wheels I've ever seen. It's crazy. Rotiforms, oh yes. And it's just amazing. You can see videos of this thing absolutely tearing it up on YouTube. And behind it is, I'm not even sure what that is if I'm honest. It's a big off-road Red Bull thing. And it looks like it has a DJ sound system on the top. Who knows, maybe something will happen, but it's RB Manu, whatever that means. But it looks very cool and crazy. Is it a Jeep? Perhaps it's a Jeep. I actually don't know what that is. But next to it is the Red Bull kart. Just kidding, that's not part of the show. We have a big trophy here. I'm not sure what trophy it is, but here's also a thing. Anyway, here we have a, it's not F1, is it? It's F2 or F3, or is it? No, it's the Toyota Cup, I believe. So it's got Toyota, it's got Red Bull. It's a race car, okay? I'm not good with race car divisions. They all look the same as F1. Anyway, here is the Audi R8, the 2017 Audi R8 LMS. At least that's what I believe the racing versions are called. Very fast and very nice. And next to it is the GTR race car. This is a, yeah, it explains itself, doesn't it? Very fast, very cool. Did I mention right next to Mad Mike's Lamborghini is Mad Mike, is the guy with the white shirt. Anyway, I might come back to him later. But next to that, over here, we have a Lexus, sorry, it's a Toyota, yeah, it's a Toyota GT86. It's a the race one. So yeah, that's nice and sporty. Next to it, we have an old, very old Formula. It's a Ferrari racing car from like the 1940s, and it looks very, very cool. Next to it, we have, I believe this is a McLaren, one of the very old McLarens, probably driven by Bruce McLaren himself. It's the McLaren M1A/B Can-Am, the McLaren Elva. That's what it is. So that looks very, very cool. Next to it, we have another McLaren racing cars from the old days. It's the 1970s McLaren F1 car, and I believe it won quite a few Grand Prix. And then behind me is the actual heart of racing Aston Martin Vantage. I mean, look at it, it's cool as. And this won the New Zealand Endurance Championship, so that's very nice. And so back over to these race cars, we have Michael Schumacher's first ever F1 car. It's the Benetton. It's a Benetton. I have no clue why this is in New Zealand. It doesn't really have any connections to New Zealand, but I guess some rich guy bought it, and here we are. Next to it, we have a Formula something car, which also looks very, very fast and very cool. And then over here we have a couple simulators. I might try that out later, who knows. And then behind everyone is a Nissan GTR Heart of Racing car, and it's got no hot bonnet, and look at that, look at the air filter. The air filter is bigger than my head, and it's just so cool. Look at all of these things, it's amazing. So I'm gonna go over to, I guess this is like an next floor or something probably. I think we'll go there, see if there's more cars. So see you later. I'm here back on ground level. I believe I missed these cars. Here's a Aston Martin Zagato. Look at these crazy tail lights. Let me just look at them. Look at those. Look at that back. It's the Vanquish Zagato. Here we have a Vantage GTS or GT6 or something. I'm not really sure. I'm not too good at it, but it looks very nice. Here we have a GT12, and that's just awesome looking. Here we have another DBS Superleggera. I think this one outside that we saw before. And here is a Vanquish. Yeah, here's a Vanquish. Oh, sorry, a Vantage. And I'm just wondering, I could have sworn that there was meant to be an Aston Martin Vulcan here, but I cannot see it anywhere. But let's go back to the McLaren Senna. Oh yes. It's emptied out so we can see a bit more of it, but look at how beautiful this car is. It's just so good. I've kind of stumbled into a place that I didn't really know was here. Here we have the star of the show. No, it's actually just the new police Scooters. And here's another Skoda, but Skodas are boring. There's another Skoda, looks exactly like an Audi RS6. Is another thing that looks a lot like an Audi, a Cupra. I've never even heard of a Cupra. Is that a Cupra? Here we have a Golf, the new Golf or something. Here we have a Taycan, that's nice. And here we have a Audi Q something, not sure. And an ambulance. Ambulances are fun. That's all in this little sponsored segment or something. The McLaren Speedtail's got its doors open, and that is just awesome looking, to say the least. Amazing.
Is that a Cupra?